Hello friends, most welcome to my YouTube channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. So today we are starting example number 3rd of exercise 4.1. Already in the first two videos we have completed question number 1st and question number 2nd. So see, in this example we are finding combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin. Means two lines are there which passes through the origin, and let us see these lines satisfies which condition and perpendicular to the line represented by this homogeneous equation. First let us try to solve example number first. Whatever may be the method we are using in first example, same method we are applying in second, third and fourth example. So now we know that this homogeneous equation represent how many lines? Two lines passing through the origin, according to our third theorem, that every homogeneous equation represents what? Pair of lines passing through the origin if h square minus ab is greater than or equal to 0. Now let us suppose that the lines represented by this homogeneous equation are, say, L1 and L2. Here we have considered this x-axis xo x dash and yo y dash. These are x-axis and y-axis, and this is nothing but what? Origin. We know that line represented by this homogeneous equation passes through what? Origin. So let us denote this first line by L1 and second line by L2. These L1 and L2 are lines represented by this homogeneous equation which passes through the origin. Now what we have to do here? We have to find out combined equation of pair of lines, and this line also passes through what? Origin. Means our required line also passes through origin and perpendicular to the line represented by this equation. Already the line represented by this equation we have denoted by L1 and L2. Now let us try to find out such a line which passes through the origin and perpendicular to line L1 and what? L2. Here already we have shown in the figure the line perpendicular to L1. Let us denote it by L1 dash, and this line also passes through the origin, and we can observe that it is perpendicular to what? L2. Let us denote it by L2 dash. Means L1 dash and L2 dash are two lines, means pair of lines. Both line passes through what? Origin and perpendicular to what? Line L1 and L2. L1 and L2 are the line represented by this equation. Means our question is to find out combined equation of these two lines which are perpendicular to line L1 and L2 and passes through origin and represented by this equation. Is it clear? Means we have to find out combined equation of line L1 and what? L2. We know that homogeneous equation in standard form can be written as what? Ax square. So let us give here number 5th. Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equals to 0. Homogeneous equation in standard form can be written as ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So instead of finding the combined equation of the lines perpendicular to the line represented by this equation, we will solve the example for this equation, and from this equation we are able to form infinite equation just by changing the value of a, h and what? B. If we are changing the value of a, h and b, we will get infinitely many homogeneous equation. Means the method which you are using in this example, same method is applicable for all these example. Even we will solve all these example also, but we are solving this example for standard homogeneous equation, so that you will get one shortcut formula also which you are able to apply while solving what? Objective type question. So let us consider this equation. This is not the example given in the textbook. We are solving this example for the standard homogeneous equation. Same method is applicable for another homogeneous equation if value of a, h and b are substituted, and these values can be taken from what? Set of real number. So see the solution of 5th example. So here homogeneous equation is given to us. We have represented the line represented by this homogeneous equation are what? L1 and L2. Since pair of lines are represented by homogeneous equation, we know that every line has what? Slope. Let us denote this slope by L1 and L2. So let m1 and m2 be the slope of lines represented by equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0, denoted by equation number first. We know that this homogeneous equation represent what? Pair of line passing through the origin, and the line slope of the line represented by this equation we have denoted by m1 and what? m2. So therefore m1 plus m2 is equals to, already we have seen that sum of slope is nothing but what is the formula to find out sum of slope? Minus 2h upon b. This result we have seen when we have proved the third theorem 4.1. After that theorem we have discussed all the result related with what? Homogeneous equation. And m1 into m2 product of slope is equals to what? A by b. Okay, now try to understand the very important condition. What is the slope of this line L1? M1. We have denoted the slope of first line by what? M1. If M1 is the slope of one line, then what is the method to find out slope of its perpendicular line? Just take its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of M1? 1 by M1 and multiply to it by what? Minus. We will get the slope of what? Perpendicular line. Means slope of perpendicular line to the line L1 is what? M minus 1 upon m1. In the same way, slope of line perpendicular to the second line having slope m2 is minus 1 upon m2. Means we are finding slope of these two lines. Why we are finding slope? Because we have to find out combined equation of this line, and to find out combined equation, first we have to find out equation of both the line. Our required lines are what? Perpendicular to this line. From the slope of these two lines we will get slope of our required two lines. From this slope we are able to find out equation, and once the equation is known to us, taking their multiplication we will get our required combined equation. So here therefore we can say that slope of lines perpendicular to line represented by equation first are. So what are the slope of line represented by equation first? m1 and m2. So therefore slope of line perpendicular to the line represented by this equation are minus 1 upon m1 and minus 1 upon m2. Well, slope of our required line are known to us. Now we are finding equation of our required line. Therefore equation of line, but our required line passes through what? Origin. So therefore equation of line passing through origin and having slopes what are the slopes? Minus 1 upon m1 and minus 1 upon m2 are what? Are y is equal to, we know that if line passes through origin, its equation is in the form of what? Y is equal to mx plus c is absent. Y plus c is absent. If line passes through origin, constant term is absent. So y is equal to mx. What is the value of m here? Minus 1 upon m1 is the slope, means y is equal to m means what? Slope. Y is equal to mx, and equation of second line is y is equal to, what is the slope of second line? Minus 1 upon m2 into x. So equation of both the lines are known to us. Now let us simplify it. Means whenever we are finding combined equation, so our equation should be in the form of what? U is equal to 0 and v is equals to 0. So now we are simplifying it. m1 we will get multiplied on this side, so on this side we will get m1y, and minus x1 on this side will become plus x1. Means what we will get? Minus x on this side will become plus x. So x plus m1y is equal to 0. And the same way, simplifying this equation, see m2 will get multiplied on this side, so on this side we will get m2y, and minus x on this side will become plus x, means x plus m2y is equal to 0. Equation of both the lines are known to us, means equation of both required lines are known to us. Just taking their multiplication we are able to find out our required combined equation. While solving the example, it is not necessary to draw this figure, okay, just for your understanding or just so that the concept will get clear to you. That's why I have constructed here this figure. Therefore required joint equation, so therefore required joint, or we can say that combined equation is what is the equation of our first required line? X plus m1y, and equation of second line is what? X plus m2y. Equation of both the lines are already known to us. Just by taking their multiplication we are finding our required joint equation. Okay, so now take the multiplication. Here x into x will be equals to x square, x into m2y will be equals to m2xy. Now I am multiplying by m1y to both the terms in this bracket. m1y into x will be equals to m1xy, and lastly m1y into m2y will be equals to m1 m2y square is equal to 0. Here two terms of xy appears in this equation, so collect these two terms. So this equation can be written as x square plus take xy common. If we are taking xy, here remaining term is m1 and here remaining term is what? M2, plus m1 into m2 y square, keep it as it is equal to 0 also as it is. Already we will have the value of m1 plus m2 and m1 into m2. What is the value of m1 plus m2? Minus 2h upon b, and m1 into m2 is a upon b. So substitute these values. Let us denote it by equation number 2 and this value by equation number 3. We are substituting this value from equation 2 and 3. So y x square plus, here we are replacing m1 plus m2 by its value minus 2h upon b into xy, keep it as it is, and what is the value of m1 into m2? A upon b, y square is equal to 0. Now simply to eliminate b from the denominator, we are multiplying both side by b. If we are multiplying both side by b, so here what we'll get? Bx square. So here first term will be bx square, and here plus into minus will become minus 2h xy, and if we are multiplying to second term by b, b will get cancelled and minus 2h xy, keep it as it is. If we are multiplying to third term by b, so here also b will get cancelled, and what we will get? A y square is equal to 0, and this is nothing but required joint equation. So here give a star here so that you are able to apply this result as a shortcut formulas while solving objective type question. Whenever any homogeneous equation is given to us, what is the standard homogeneous equation? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Now to find out its joint equation, so to find out the joint equation or combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin and perpendicular to the line represented by this equation is this equation. What we can observe here what is coefficient of x square? A, and coefficient of y square is what? B. Check whether these coefficients are interchange. Yes, a. Now here coefficient of x square is a, here coefficient of y square is a, and here coefficient of y square is b. Now here coefficient of x square is b. Means coefficient of x square and y square get interchange. Okay, and middle term get changed by what sign? Here plus is there, so here we will get what? Minus. So in this way we are able to use this as an what? Shortcut formula to find out combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin and perpendicular to the line represented by this equation. So this shortcut method is very clear to you. Just interchange the coefficient of x square and y square and change the sign of middle term. So now see the example number first. In example number first, given homogeneous equation is 5x square minus 8xy plus 3y square is equal to 0. For every example, 90% part will be the common part of the solution. So now we have considered here first example, means equation from first example. So from this equation, let us try to find out value of a, 2h and b. So here a means what? Coefficient of x square, that is equal to 5. 2h means coefficient of xy. What is the value of 2h here? Minus 8. And b is equal to, what is the value of b? b is equal to 3. So okay, again here lines, slope of the line represented by this equation are m1 and m2, therefore slope of perpendicular line are minus 1 upon m1 and minus 1 upon m2. Try to find out sum of slope and what? Product of slope. Then find out slope of perpendicular line. Find the equation of line passing through the origin having these slopes, means equation of our required line. Once the equations are known to us, by taking their multiplication we are finding what? Combined equation. Once this combined equation is known to us, use this same method. Lastly, let us replace b by its value. What is the value of b here? 3. So this implies that 3x square minus, keep it as it is. 2h I am replacing by its value. What is the value of 2h? Minus 8. So here 2h I am replacing by minus 8, minus and minus 8. Here keep this xy as it is, plus a I am replacing by its value 5. 5y square is equal to 0. Now let us simplify it. What we will get? This implies that 3x square, here minus into minus will become plus 8xy plus 5y square is equal to 0. In this way we have got what? Our required combined equation of line. Hope the ideas are clear to you. Means for every homogeneous equation, near about 90% steps are what? Exactly same. Only the equations is changing. If equation is changing, which value are changing? A, 2h and b. And lastly we have to substitute this value of a, 2h and b in this equation, and simplifying it you will get required homogeneous equation. Now check whether coefficients of x square and y square are interchange or not. Yes, coefficients of x square and y square are interchange, and check whether sign of middle term is change or not. Here sign of middle term is minus, and in this example we have got what? Plus. Means this method we are able to use as a shortcut method while solving what? Objective type question. But don't apply this shortcut method if the question is asked in what? Board exam. In board exam you have to use the same step here to find out required combined equation. Now we have considered the second example. So we have written here given homogeneous equation. Again from this homogeneous equation try to find out value of a, which is equal to 5. Here 2h is equal to how much? 2, and b is equals to minus 3. Once the value of a, 2h and b from this equation is known to us, we are repeating exactly same method which we have seen in last two example. And lastly, whatever may be the result we have got here, our required combined equation, in this equation replace b by its value. What is the value of b here? Minus 3. So I am replacing b by minus 3. X square keep it as it is, minus also as it is. 2h can be replaced by what? 2. So here we will get 2xy plus ay square. What is the value of a? 5y square is equal to 0. Here we can observe that coefficient of x square and y square are interchange here, and sign of middle term is also what? Change. But whenever we are writing equation in the standard form, generally we can observe that coefficient of x square is always what? Positive. So but here coefficient of x square is what? Negative. Means whenever writing equation in the standard form, generally our coefficient of x square is positive. So to replace this minus, I am multiplying both side by minus. If I am multiplying both side by minus, what will get here? 3x square. Here what we will get? Plus 2xy, and here we will get minus 5y square is equal to 0. In this way we have got our required combined equation. Now see the example number 3rd. In this case given homogeneous equation is xy plus y square is equal to 0. Here term of x square is absent, means we can say that a is equal to 0. Coefficient of xy we are denoting by 2h. What is the coefficient of xy? 1, means 2h is equal to 1, and b means what? Coefficient of y square, that is equal to 1. Again repeat the same method and we will get this homogeneous equation. Now remaining part is just to substitute the value of b. What is the value of b here? 1. Replace b by 1. So here 1 x square minus, keep it as it is, replace 2h by its value. What is the value of 2h? 1 xy plus a is equal to 0. So 0y square is equal to 0. So which can be written as 1 into x square is x square minus 1 into xy is minus xy is equal to 0. And in this way we have got our required combined equation. So hope all of you are getting it. First consider the given homogeneous equation, denote its slope by what? m1 m2. Whatever may be the method we have applied in case of this equation, same method we are applying here. Then denote the slope of perpendicular line. Slope of line perpendicular to this line is minus 1 upon m1. Slope of line perpendicular to the second line is minus 1 upon m2. Slopes are known to us. Find the equation of line passing through the origin. Taking the multiplication of these equation, you will get your required combined equation. Only the result which you are getting is in terms of what? A, B and H. So lastly substitute the value of A, B and H which you are getting from your equation. Now see the last example, example number 4th. Here given equation is 3x square minus 4xy. Since term of y square is absent, means we can say that its coefficient is 0. From this equation, first find out a means coefficient of x square, 2h means coefficient of xy, that is equal to minus 4, and b means coefficient of y square, term of y square is absent here, means we can say that b is equal to 0. Again using same method we will get this our required combined equation. Lastly, replace b by its value. What is the value of b here? 0. So 0x square minus 2h I am replacing by its value minus 4xy plus a. What is the value of a here? A is equal to 3y square is equal to 0. We know that 0 into any term will be equals to what? 0. So what we will get here? Minus into minus will become plus 4xy plus 3y square is equal to 0. In this way we have got our required combined equation, and check whether our condition is satisfying or not. What shortcut method we have seen? Coefficient of x square and y square will get interchange. What is coefficient of x square here? 3. Check that it is coefficient of y square. What is coefficient of y square here? 0. That's why term of y square is missing here. Check that here term of x square is missing, means coefficient of x square is 0. Means whatever may be the coefficient of y square is here, same will be the coefficient of x square here. And what is the middle term? Middle term means what? Term of xy. What is its coefficient? minus 4. तो इसका क्या change होना चाहिए? Sign. Check that its sign will get converted into plus, minus will get what? Change by what? Plus. In this way we are able to solve this example using shortcut method also, but only that shortcut method is applicable while solving what? Objective type question. Now next question we will discuss in the next video.